Okay, it is 2 a.m. Chat is very slightly unruly. It may have been my fault, frankly. I think I set them off a little bit. But I don't have to look at them. You do. Instead, I am going to look at a Helluva Boss short. And since I spent an hour on a 4-minute music video, given that this one is like 5 minutes long, probably 2.5 hours, something like that, right? No. I think I'm going to make a prediction, a bold call, like a brave stance that I'm going to take, that the shorts are probably not going to be quite as content-rich as like the full-length episode. I think they're probably going to be a little lighter, maybe a little bit easier to talk about. I probably won't get stuck here for more than... Yeah, I'm not going to name a number. I'm just whenever it happens to be, I'm going to be like, yes, I was right in my estimation.
Mills, over here.
Oh, get off of me! Sister! You finally made it out!
Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. As I understand it, the implication of, like, the horns having the wider white bands is that she's trans, which is cool. I do like Millie's acting here. Like, walk around, check the phone. Walk around, check the phone. Jump around, walk around, check the phone. Then finally, right? It's like puppy energy. She's so happy, so excited. Aww. It's very cute. It's very sweet. Especially that little dance. Very much how I would be, if I hadn't learned to mask my ADHD so well. Shut up. Yes, I have. I mask my ADHD excellently. Just not with you. I do it all the time, off camera, somewhere else, with other people. You don't know them. You've never met.
Mills, over here.
Oh, get off of
A little mean there, Millie.
me! Sister! You finally made it out! After I asked you like 1 billion times.
Lucky for you, 1,000,001 was the sweet spot to visit this trash heap.
You ain't even been here.
Oh, hey, look who's back. I know. Never recur. Never show up again in the show, ever. Never. Go away. Just be in the background. Be a reference. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But never become recurring characters ever. Fuck you.
Here before. Come on. I got the whole day planned out.
Wow, the whole day. You ain't gotta run off with your princess to ox some earth fella?
Nah. Business has been slow lately. So, the boys said they got it covered.
Damn, ain't I special? Where are we starting?
We'll, start with the day spa and some shopping. No offense, Sal, but you smell like hog ass.
I do not, prissy miss probably bathes regular. Oh, wait, no. Yep, you're right. That is definitely hog ass.
Come on, let's tear this town to shreds.
Yay, fucking hog!
Bathory's day. I see you. That's funny. That's quite good. I admit it. That one's good.
So y'all pay to soak in mud here?
Well, it's special mud.
I do like the idea that the manicure applies to the horns as well.
It's relaxing.
Cryptic couture. Come on, you're kind of slaying that. Okay, no, that does not match your affect at all. Like, it's a very pretty, like, but you're not pulling it off because you're not comfortable in it.
How about this one?
There we go. Because you're comfortable and confident. That's what makes it work. And there's Wally again. How many businesses does this man own? Like, there must be a limit on this somehow. That... Are those the actual... No, they're not the actual cherubs, but they're close. Chainsaw Mama. Ah, the old ultra-violence. Ooh. Love me a good old squash and stretch. Yoink. Wait.
See? Best day ever, right? I told you you'd enjoy yourself.
Yeah. I guess this place ain't so bad.
Ain't so bad. It's awesome.
Uh-huh.
One day isn't even enough. There are so many more exciting things to show you.
Yeah, I mean, with so many exciting things here, it's no wonder you never...
And here we come to the emotional core of it, do we? That's why she came.
make your way back home. Shit, that slipped out.
What?
You know, the Wrath Ring, all that dirt and rust and boring nothingness. Not much of a thriving club scene down there. Why visit that?
Good little bit of staging right there. We get the rift, right? Like, we get Sallie sort of expressing the actual insecurity. Like, the fear about, like, yeah, does my sister not care about me anymore? Like, why isn't she coming home to see me? And so, we create literal distance between the characters, like a literal divide. Which expresses how she feels. She feels that there is a distance, right? Like that her sister has removed herself from her life. Seems to be the implication, anyway.
Not much of a thriving club scene down there. Why visit that, right?
I was there at the last Harvest Moon Festival.
I mean, sure, for your fancy job. You showed up with that blue-blooded bird, your dick-swinging boss, and that cupcake husband of yours, and I don't know. I couldn't really see how I'd fit into this shiny new life you built.
Sal.
Ooh. Ow. Like that little whacking the hand away, that's like, eesh.
I'm sorry. Things get real crazy and busy over here, and...
You think things didn't get busier for me back home when you decided to scooch? I've basically been running the place solo. Honestly, Mills, today was great. Better than great. It reminded me of how we used to be like this damn near every day before you left. I hate to think that it'll be even longer before we see each other again.
Yeah. I miss that too. There's always room in my life for my sister, Sallie May. I'm sorry I ain't been back home as much as I'd like. I'll try harder. But, you know, the boys are older now. Ma and Daddy got plenty of extra hands at the ranch. You could come visit more often, too.
I think I'd like that.
Ah, sisters. That's sweet. Aw. Once again, like I'm sorry, I'm just sort of like taking it in. Like the background team isn't slouching here. I kind of like that sound effect. Is one of those. It's not quite like the Wilhelm scream, but it shows up everywhere, right? Like any cartoon. Fucking anything that's been on Cartoon Network in the last 20 years, that sound effect, that shows up everywhere. It's, you look out for it. Once you know to look for it, absolutely fucking everywhere. Like, come on, you could pull that off. Like, you need certain kind of like campy situation, but like, Nice expression. There isn't. I don't think there's that much to pass commentary on in this particular episode. Like, it's very straightforward. Like, kind of like I predicted, really.
How about this one?
Like, it's very straightforward. Like, we have like the girls' night out. Nothing but fun and like joy, the reminder of like the relationship that they have and the closeness that they feel with one another. And then a little bit of alcohol in the system. And then like the insecurity pops out. And like, again, it follows the pattern that's like pre-established in like so many of the other relationships, right? Kind of like the same thing with Moxie and Millie, right? Like the projection, right? Which is like, you see how like she starts kind of talking to herself a little bit, right? With so many exciting things here, there's no wonder you never make your way back home, right? Which is like, that's not really an accusation towards Millie so much as it's like, well, shit, I can't live up to this, right? Like, I'm just her sister who smells of hog ass. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to... How am I supposed to be as exciting, as interesting? How am I supposed to be worth visiting next to all of this, right? That's the frustration, right? Like, that's why it comes up, is because, like, oh shit, I did have the best day ever here, actually. Like, I did have the best day ever. This was really fun. This is really good. I actually do see the appeal. I was kind of hoping it would be shitty and boring, which is why at the start of it, she's calling it a trash heap, right? Because, like, she kind of needs it to be. Because this needs to be not that great. Because then I can be mad at her for not coming home more often, right? Like, then it's like, then she's in the wrong for not visiting home, right? Like, then she's... She's the one who's wrong for not coming to visit. She's the one who's wrong for not, like, caring more about my feelings and, like, thinking about me more and so, like, dedicating more time to me. But, shit, like, this town is so cool and everything's so fun and it was such a great time and I really love her and, like, clearly she still loves me and, like, yeah, fuck, like, now what am I supposed to do with all this insecurity, right? And so it has to come out some other way, right? I don't see how I would fit into this shiny new life you built. Like, how do I fit in here? How do I belong here? How do I belong with you anymore? Well, it's difficult. That gesture is really good, though. Right, like that shoulder check. Like, I don't want connection right now, right? I don't want physical touch. I'm not ready to bridge the gap. First there needs to be an apology, right?
Things get real crazy and busy over here, and
You think things didn't get busier for me back home when you decided to scooch? I've basically been running the place solo.
Right, and then there's this moment of, like, when she really sort of lets out the anger. And it's like, oh, shit, that was actually too far, right? Like, you push it a little bit too far, and you kind of go, hang on, wait.
It was great. Better than great. It reminded me of how we used to be like this damn near every day before you left. I hate to think that it'll be even longer before we see each other again.
yeah. I miss that too.
And now the touch, right? Like, now there's the touch, we bridge the divide, no rejection. Because, like, at that point, she's kind of let down the wall and set the thing that's really in there, right? Like, I'm scared of losing you. I'm scared that this, like, that there won't be room for me, that I can't fit into the changes that are happening in your life. Like, and change is scary.
Always ruined my life for my sister, Sallie May. I'm sorry I ain't been back home as much as I'd like. I'll try harder. But, you know, the boys are older now. Ma and Daddy got plenty of extra hands at the ranch. You could come visit more often, too.
I think I'd like that.
And then, like, classic has-been hotel style, like, well, Helluva Boss style, we have this little moment of, like, just pure innocent sincerity, just two sisters sitting there looking out at the sunset, or whatever. And then puncture it with violence. Like first, like, oh, it's just a little bit of sibling fighting, and then, oh no, we're actually fighting with fucking broken bottles right now, clocking her in the fucking face. It's pretty good. Still laughing. Wait, so are these like imp versions of Phantom of the Opera and Cats and the fucking that one? Can't remember. But the thing, I think I've seen that poster design before. Anyway, I guess they are imp versions because that's an imp mask. I do like that their wallpaper is just musical notes, because, like, Moxie, of course, and little hearts. Aw. Morgana Ignis. Oh, right, she's the one who's going to be in Dracula's ex-girlfriend, like the philosophy tube thing. What else has she done? Seven Deadly Sins, she did some voice for. A bunch of shorts. Oh. There's a podcast series called The Great Wizarding War, where she voiced Snape for a long time. Oh, God. Yeah. Ugh. Fucking hell. That's gotta suck. We didn't know back then. That's a pretty extensive resume for someone who's only been working since 2010. Yes, she portrayed Snape in a few things. Ugh. She's done some horror shorts, it looks like. Cool. Class act. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Cyber. Not gonna lie, that is pretty fucking cool to have like a mononym like that. Okay, that's the name of a vampire hunter. Paris Stakem? That's... you... I'm sorry, you have to quit being an animator and be a vampire hunter now. You can't have that name and not be a vampire hunter. That is too cool. Like, a vampire hunter and then also, like, a private eye. It's like, Paris Stakem. Like, yeah, because, like, you have to be, like, the protagonist of, like, a sort of, like, detective noir vampire hunting, like, novel. Like, I'm sorry. Like, name too cool. Sugar Mission. Nice little hyperpop composition. That was sweet. I was right. Like, it's a short. It's not... It doesn't really dive deep into much of anything. And it's like... Again... Like, I could make the complaint, like, oh, I wish Millie got more characterization, but, like, that's kind of not really the point of this. Like, the point of this, like, sort of on a broader level, isn't so much, like, to sort of deepen Millie's character or give her a character arc. It's more... Like, it's more specifically about, like, helping establish more broadly, like, that her family matters to her and that, like, that her family exists outside of just the one special episode where we go to Wrath, right? Like, that her family is like a presence that exists and a concern for her outside of the main plot of the story, right? Like, and that deepens Millie's character a bit, even if it doesn't change her or put her through an arc. That gives her, like, more of a life outside of Imp, right? A life outside of the main show. Which, given, like, we just had 2 episodes that were very centrally focused on, like, Fizz and Ozzy, and almost none of the main cast, is, like, that's probably good to have these little shorts in between that sort of remind you that the other characters are still relevant.
Festival.
I mean, sure, for your fancy job. You showed up with that blue-blooded bird, your dick-swinging boss, and that cupcake husband of yours.
Lovely sound design, the little squeaky toy when she's mimicking Moxie.
Job.
There's some lovely body language acting on her here. Like a blue-blooded bird.
Your
Dick-swinging boss.
dick-swinging boss, and that
Cupcake husband, right? Like that little 3-syllable tick, 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 right?
You showed up with that
blue-blooded bird, and dick-swinging boss, and cupcake husband of yours.
And I don't know.
Like, that's just good dialogue pacing.
I couldn't really see how I'd fit into this shiny new life you built.
Sal,
Yeah, like this is just a nice little short. Like allowing Sal to be a little bit more of a character. Oh, that's their wedding photo, I see. I do like that their house is just one like, oh yeah, like there's knives in the furniture because of course there is. Millie lives here. Knives everywhere. And I do like, I gotta say, I do like that, like, part of their relationship, part of their expression with each other, it's like, it's not just play fighting, it's like, no, we're gonna inflict some, like, actual serious injuries on each other. As, like, part of our affection. I do like that. Like, that's a fun extremity to have with Millie. That, like, violence has, like, a different scale for her. No, very sweet. But I think that's about all I really have to say about this particular short. Lovely little break. Like, I like the break in pacing. Especially after Look My Way, which was like, that was a little intense. That was a little weighty. So, this is like a good break in the pacing. Like a little, let's take a breath. Let's just, and now we can move on to the next thing that's coming. I'm sure it'll be a light episode. Like, I don't think there'll be too much there. Probably. Knock that one out in under an hour also. Bye.